This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Patterson versus Patterson. You've been together 12 years, married 7, you have 4 children together. But allegations of infidelity have brought you to court today. Mr. Patterson, what's at risk? What's at stake?
My family, my kids, and my marriage.
So everything's out there.
Everything is out there.
I don't understand why he say the kids, because regardless if we together or not, the kids are his, and he gonna always see them. So I don't understand why he said the kids on.
Well, but I think what he's saying to you is that you all as a family unit, he's gonna be in a house, you're gonna be in a house, you won't have day in and day out. And am I right, Mr. Patterson?
You're correct.
And you don't want to give that up. You want to be there for breakfast, you want to be there for dinner.
Everything.
You want to be there putting them to bed.
Everything.
So, Mr. Patterson, the thought that your wife, the mother of your children, your soulmate, your partner might be cheating on you, what does that feel like inside?
I feel like nothing. I mean, I feel like dirt, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I mean, this all I got, you know what I'm saying? I got no family, you know, I just feel lost, you know what I'm saying?
I'm lost for words. I didn't know he felt like that. I just feel like my results speak for themselves.
So are you here to prove that you're not cheating?
I'm here to prove that I'm not cheating. It's all in his head, and he's delusional.
You're doing something.
Now, you all have been married for 7 years, been together for 12. How did you meet?
Kids.
How did we meet?
Since they were kids.
Mr. Patterson, how did you meet?
Met her at a gas station. I pulled up in my mom's car, you know what I'm saying?
He told me it was his.
Flexing like it was mine. You know how we do. So I told her, you know what I'm saying? I go in the store, I buy my little cigars, cigarettes, whatever I was gonna get. I come out, her friend like, oh, my friend like you. I say, oh, but it was 3 on. I say, which one don't like me? She say, this one right here. So I'm like, okay, what's your name? She look at me, I look at her. She was like, Juicy. I said, Juicy?
Juicy. Is that what you told him, Ms. Patterson?
That's what I told him. Then I gave him a little swirl.
Nah.
And popped my hips up to the side. Yeah, that's what I told him.
Oh, she did. Mr. Patterson, she was being fast.
Yeah,
you were
did.
being fast.
I was a little hot in the...
Told him what her name was and told him why. But she led off with Juicy, though. That's the part.
She led
it's
off
gonna take
with
me a while to get over that.
hitter.
I'm Juicy, and she turned it around.
So, exactly why, exactly
Woo,
why.
what does one do with all that kind of information right out the bat?
I just thought he was cute. Like, I thought he was cute. We in high school. He got a car. He can be dropping me off at school and stuff. You know, all the girls and stuff like she ain't riding the school bus no more. I just thought it was just like, okay, yeah, he got a car. He told me he had his own apartment. His mama left to him. So I was like, ooh, I ain't gonna be at my mama's house no more. I can be over there. You know, so I'm just thinking, you know, yeah, like I'm just like, okay, I'm be turned up.
So here's the deal. When you found out he didn't have his own apartment, he didn't have his own car, why'd you stay with him?
I never found that out until after I got pregnant. Because whenever I went to his house, it was just him there. Whenever he picked me up in the car, it was just us. The family member is the one that came in and was like, get your foot off my couch. And so I looked at him, I was like, hold on, who is this? He's like, I got something to tell you. And I was like,
so that's how you found out?
yeah.
But, you know, he told you and you stayed with him. It's something about him that you like.
He's so charming, like he was just so sweet to me. Like I had never had that in my life before. Like, men wanted me because I was juicy. Like, he wanted me because, other than me telling him what my name and stuff was, he treated me well.
And you enjoyed that from a man?
Yeah.
What was it about her besides being juicy that made you say, yeah, this is the one for me?
I liked the eyes. I love, you know what I'm saying?
He liked that I told him what to do a little bit. Like, he get off on that.
Ain't juicy.
Like,
oh my goodness. All right.
Is she a little bossy at times?
Sometimes.
I think he liked that, though, because when I'm nice, he's a whole different person. But when I put my foot down, he's like, yes, baby. Yes. This is what I'm looking for.
Well, Mr. Cutler, you asked and they answered, so I think we need to move on.
Okay.
I think we too young for this conversation.
That's a little bit.
I'm just, yeah. So we get to the point that you love her, she's juicy and all of that.
Yeah.
You get married, you have your children. Why do you believe that she's cheating?
Them phone calls and the Facebook messages. It's like that phone to ring, you know what I'm saying? And she'll be like, oh, that's nobody. I'm like, what you mean ain't nobody? Ain't nobody just finna just hit your phone, just back to back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of numbers that's not saved in her phone. They're just constantly calling. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, who is that? Like I say, she'll say nobody. Then I'm like, okay. She'll say, I'll call him back. Call him right now. Matter of fact, answer the phone right now. She won't do it. So I hear about 10 minutes later, she back there talking to somebody. I mean, at that moment, I'm like, okay, I got my kids right here. I can't just go outrageous like that. You know what I'm saying? So.
But hold on. Who are these folks you talking? Who are these people hitting you up?
Is a hotline. I work for the school system. I got all type of people from the school system calling me. I don't live in Atlanta anymore. I stay in Oklahoma.
All these numbers saved
so
all
these numbers that's calling, I don't know who those are. It say scam likely, so it's scam likely.
Are men calling you?
From Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, they call.
But I have no control over that.
I'm talking about your cell phone. Are men calling you?
They calling the phone.
But you are admitting that they are contacting you on Facebook.
Yes, and sending me pictures and all type of stuff.
Pictures of what?
Let me guess. Let me guess.
I got the pictures.
Let me guess, Mr. Patterson. I bet it wasn't always like that.
No.
No. You know, she used to answer the phone in front of you.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
And then at some point,
she stopped.
She stopped doing that.
Right.
And at some point, she started taking the call in the other room. And that's when you started getting suspicious.
Right.
Because you think it's another man calling.
Right.
Or other men.
Right. I got pictures of the messages that were sent to her phone.
All right, Ron, would you please get those? These are pictures that men have sent her.
Right.
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
On social media.
Social media.
Oh, all right. So this
For real?
I have no control over that.
These are pictures of.
Before the stop to it.
As soon as they
These are
send
pictures
them,
of men's. These are pictures of men's penises.
That have been sent to you.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
Okay, so why in the world is somebody sending you these?
Because I wanted to be like a plus size model and stuff. So when I gained all this weight and stuff, I started posting like little nice pictures and stuff. And I guess they was attracted to me. These are weirdos. I don't know. Like every time they send me, he'll never see me reply back. I press block. Like I block all of them.
Okay, do you know any of these?
No.
You know any of these?
No.
Okay. What are you wearing? Okay, so here's the thing. What are you wearing that makes people think that I should send you a picture of this?
I mean, I wear like lingerie.
Oh my God.
So you're posting on social media pictures of you in lingerie.
Yes.
And so these men are clearly, from these pictures, they show enough turned on.
They just my followers.
And you're not happy about that.
No, I'm not happy.
You're not happy about her posting these lingerie pictures.
Especially when she goes out with her friends.
She's wearing the lingerie
She's wearing the lingerie to go out.
Out in public.
Out in public.
You've actually submitted a picture of this.
Yeah.
So you're saying she wears this out in public?
Yeah, she wears that in public. It posted all over social media.
I was going to a lingerie party.
I mean, if you're a mother, a wife.
I look cute.
I mean, you don't do that.
So, Ms. Patterson, you're posting these
that.
pictures on social media and you're going out in public.
Yes.
And you're a mother and a wife.
Yeah, I blocked everybody who gonna see it. Like,
but you went out in public. You can't block
the kind of stuff her whole friends wear.
You can't block other people taking pictures of you in it.
It was a party. It was an all girls lingerie party. I can't come in there with sweats and a t-shirt on. I had to turn up.
Okay. Beside the lingerie party, have you worn outfits like this to other places?
That's birds of a feather that flock together. I mean.
Hold on.
I mean, I might wear that same top and put a skirt on top of it or something with some fishnets and stuff.
Okay, so this outfit you think may have put on a skirt, probably a short skirt, like a mini skirt, because you got to show off the fishnets, right?
Yeah.
What you know about that? What you know about that?
I'm not blind. I mean, I see people out.
Put a pin in that, Mr. Cox.
He's got to put a pin in. Take the pin out. He's got to put a pin in.
We're going to talk about that.
You see people like that, too. As a matter of fact, I've nudged him like, look at that. And
I just really be wanting to feel confident again because I was a lot
you
smaller.
want to look like your friend.
And
That's what you want to do, man.
Who is she going out with?
With these friends. I know what her friends do. She know what her friends do. And it's like, why would you want to be around that? You know what I'm saying?
So you don't think that her friends are the type of women you'd like your wife to hang out with?
Right.
And you think if they're doing certain things, she's doing certain things.
Birds of a feather gonna flock together. They gonna do it together.
You know, my mother-in-law used to say, You know, you can hang out with one person one time, and that's an accident. But you keep hanging out with them, then your crowd.
Right.
That's who you run with.
Right.
So if they're doing things that are not appropriate, your husband's concerned about that.
I've been knowing these girls 15 plus years before I even met him. They understand. They don't pressure me to talk to men. They don't, okay, a guy might buy us a drink, but it's a free drink. At least I ain't spending my money.
So, but you're saying that there's no cheating going on.
No.
You're just hanging out with your friends.
Yes, having a good time, you know, getting away from the kids and him. But I'm, you know, since, not like him like that, but.
I understand.
Well,
I mean, you can hang out with your friends.
Like, and then like since we moved to Oklahoma, I'm by myself. I don't have no family, no friends. I'm isolated.
All right.
Well, Mr. Patterson, do you have any other reason to believe that she's cheating?
We're not having sex. I'm not getting no kind of conversation from her. I'm not getting the attention that I need from her. You know what I'm saying? Then these grandma panties that she's wearing, I mean,
Grandma panties.
You submitted some evidence about this?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go over to the monitor.
Look at them underwear. Them the ones that she used to wear. I mean, look at her. I mean, it shows pretty much skin. You know what I mean? Like, she know what I like. But then lately, she been on some. Oh my God! Look at her.
Okay, listen.
Like,
Hold on, let me hear.
look like she got something all in there. I mean, I believe them the underwear that you wear, like when the woman going through they little, you know,
Yeah.
that little thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't wear that with me. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying she used to wear like the boy shorts
I'm talking
and
about-
the thong and those types.
I'm talking about, yes.
And now she's wearing the other kind.
The menstrual cycles.
Okay. Wow, that's
See what that-
pretty drastic.
You hear that?
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Patterson.
I got something to say.
Yes, ma'am. I do want to hear why you went from that to those. I gotta hear that.
Like I said, I was smaller in these. These, I had gained weight, and I had about like 4 packs of underwear. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
But you
stack
wear
up.
those when you go out.
But,
Hold on.
but when I opened them, they was huge. But I was like, you know, I ain't got time. I was thinking that the store didn't take underwear back. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put them to use or whatever. So I put them on. I was like, oh, these comfortable. They a little
But
big.
every day?
But they comfortable.
Every day?
Hold on, Mr.
I'm
Patterson.
going to bed. I'm going to bed. You know, I go to work in them because they are comfortable. I roll them up at the top. And I just be okay. I be okay with it. I be comfortable.
But Mr. Patterson, did I hear you say she wears the other ones when she goes out?
She wear those when she go out.
The
So
ones
she's
on the
wearing the
left.
sexy underwear when she goes out?
And she wear those in the
Because
house.
those be too big for the outfits that I be having on.
Oh, come on, man.
So
That's an
you-
excuse, man. That's an
okay.
excuse.
So you think she's wearing the sexy underwear for another man,
another man.
and then she's wearing the grandma panties
for me.
for you?
For me.
All right, Mr. Cutter, I think we got enough right here.
Okay. What we got?
We've got men are sending nude photos to her. She's going out all the time with her friends, and there's no sex. And so Mr. Patterson says that if he finds out that, in fact, Mrs. Patterson is cheating, they're done.
And Ms. Patterson, what do you have to say about that?
I just can't believe he'll be willing to just let everything go, especially when he got issues himself of cheating.
Right.
So and that's recent. That ain't in the past. So like I feel like my past and his recent are two different things.
Now, we are aware that you have filed a countersuit of cheating against Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
But we are going to finish talking about his allegations against you before we talk about that, okay?
Okay.
To get to the bottom of the cheating allegations that Mr. Patterson has against you, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call licensed and certified polygraph examiner Tommy Platt to determine, is she cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Platt into the courtroom.
How are you, Mr. Platt?
Wonderful.
Could you share with the litigants and for the court record your credentials?
I have 30 years experience in the United States military and as a police officer. I have 10 years experience as a certified polygraph examiner and conducted over 3,000 examinations.
All right. And so you conducted a polygraph examination of Mrs. Patterson, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you asked her, since you've been married, have you had physical sexual contact with any other man other than your husband? What was her response?
She stated no.
What did the polygraph reveal?
The polygraph determined that she was telling the truth.
All right, Mr. Patterson.
Pick your lip up.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Turns out she was being truthful, that she hasn't been cheated. How does that make you feel?
Stupid. Real stupid.
You've been
Now-
wasting time,
Wasting
haven't
my
you?
own time thinking about it.
Well, the thing is, and I understand when you find out that somebody's been sending your wife nude pictures and she's going into other rooms taking phone calls and she's wearing sexy lingerie out and, you know, she's changing up things. But the thing to do is to talk to her about it. Don't just go running to her and accusing her. Just say, look, you know, I've got these concerns. Let's talk about this.
Let me tell you something. He only accusing me because of his dirty history. And that's the truth.
You all have known each other for 7 years. You're dating. You're currently living together. But Ms. Gipson, you think Mr. Yates has eyes for another woman. You've opened up this case. Tell me why.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for having us today. I am here today because I'll know without a will and a doubt in my heart that my boyfriend here, this one, is sleeping with my best friend. So I'm here today to make sure that's not going on, Your Honor.
Not true.
But you are sure that it is.
You know, we have women's intuition. It's
Right.
just too many coincidences, too many scenarios, too many situations. It does not add up, and I'm tired of it, and I need to know what's going on.
So what is that woman's intuition? I mean, what is it that makes you think that something's amiss?
I love this man more than anything in the world. We have fun. Like, there's been times we went out and found somebody to experiment with, but when it comes to you sending me memes and jokes and text messages saying, oh yeah, we can have a threesome with your best friend, it's not okay, it's not funny. And I've told him, I've expressed my concerns about this. Not my best friend. That's off limits. It's not a joke. Oh, babe, I'm just playing. Like, if I spend more time upstairs in Angel's room than I am that day, like we're doing hair or whatever, he says we're doing something. He literally gets offended, like, I couldn't come up there. Why? Why? Even if I was, you being involved with my best friend is out of the question.
Okay.
It's not acceptable.
I'm getting the picture now. I'm getting the picture of what you're talking about. Mr. Yates, you know,
Yes,
what's
sir.
up with you and this best friend?
I think she over-exaggerating a little bit.
Okay.
Overthinking. It was a joke. I was joking with my fellas on the phone. They was like, you stay in the house with 2 girls, or y'all having a threesome? And I was like, nah, I want to, but it was just a joke.
Why
I
would
was
you
just
even say
playing,
that?
but once I found out how she felt about it, I never brought it up again.
That's a lie, Your Honor. He literally just sent me a meme last night saying a joke about a threesome with my best friend. It was like, I just thought it was funny.
Did you know that she thought you were sleeping with her best friend?
Not at first.
Okay, but once you found out, can you understand why joking, sending memes would put her right up on point?
Right, but when I sent that meme, I thought this was funny.
It doesn't make it funny.
Right.
Keep it to yourself, ha ha.
And so, Ms. Gipson, we got the issue of the threesome, but you think they might be having a twosome.
There was an incident where I went to my family's house for a day. I was gone longer than I thought, but I didn't think I had a reason to rush home. So I come in, go straight upstairs. They're in her room, sitting on her bed. The door was like ajar. I opened the door. Her head is laying on my man's lap.
No.
On his lap?
Hold on, Mr.
Yes,
Yates, hold on.
yes, Your Honor. I'm
Okay.
not
Not
crazy,
true.
and I know what I saw. They both got big eyes like deer in headlights.
Were they fully dressed when you came
He didn't
in?
have a shirt on, and Barmisha has eczema, so he doesn't walk around like that with no shirt. But all of a sudden, he's comfortable enough to be around with her with no shirt. And why are you in her bed? And why is her head on your lap?
First of all, it'd be hot upstairs, so I don't wear a shirt upstairs. It'd be real hot.
It's not that hot.
And then her head wasn't in my lap. She was laying next to me, and I was sitting on the edge of her
Your shirt
bed.
that close.
But we was talking about you.
So you
I
said
wanted to propose to her, so I was trying to see how to do it.
You snuggling with
make
her
it
best
okay.
friend to figure out how to propose marriage to her.
I wasn't snuggling. It's nowhere to sit in the room, you know, so I'm sitting on the edge of her bed, and she was just laid across the bed.
Without a shirt.
I always walk without a shirt. It'd be
Once-
hot upstairs, because I was
you would have
already
a fit if you came in. I was
upstairs.
sitting with a man like that.
All right. That is not a good look, Mr. Yates. So
I'm not sexual, like, trying to touch on her. I even never hugged Angel. Never hugged her, never held her hand, none of that.
That I've ever seen.
Oh, and that was what I was gonna ask you. Have you found anything that makes you think?
Oh, Your Honor. I do all the laundry.
Okay.
My man works hard, I give him that. I'm looking for my speaker charger. So as I'm tearing up things like dumping bags, I'm like, where's my charger? I get down to the bottom of the basket and there is a balled up condom. Now, me and Marisha don't use condoms. So I'm going through the closet. Me and Angel do share a lot of clothes. So I'm like, man, where is my bra? I know she don't got my sports bra. So I'm in here looking for it, and there's a 3-pack of condoms, but one's missing. All right, whatever. So just coincidentally, later on the night, I have to go in his wallet for something, and there's a same brand condom in his wallet. One. Well, I asked him about it. He was like, oh, it's for my friend, it's for my little cousin. I was supposed to give it to him the other day. I forgot about it, and then it went to it's old. So then that's when I found, the next day I found going through the basket, because he said he got rid of it. It disappeared from his wallet. The next day is when I'm going through the basket and look for my speaker charger, and boom, there's a folded up condom wrapper, and there it is, Your Honor.
And it was used?
It is
empty.
It is empty.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Yates. All right, so.
I don't know nothing about that.
We got a condom in your wallet, first of all, and you all don't even use condoms.
Right.
Never have. Your
Then
Honor.
in your laundry, there's a condom wrapper,
Right.
and you all don't use condoms.
Right.
So who did you use the condom with?
Nobody. I threw it away.
Why'd you have it?
Honestly, I think she put it there.
I just wanna
try
find he's
try
lying.
to find something like to reach, to be an expected gadget or something. I felt like that she put that there.
Your Honor,
It's not for me.
This is my man. If I want something out of his wallet, I go in there and go get it. I have opened his wallet on several occasions. There has not been that in there.
So, Mr. Yates, the sense I'm getting from Ms. Gipson is she really is not really an underhanded person. She's pretty straightforward, right in your face kind of thing. So I don't really see her having to plant something and then go find it. She's the kind just gonna walk up to you just in your face.
I think
very
she's
much
just,
so, Your
trying to reach and trying to find out if I'm doing something. Like I told her, like, I don't know nothing about that condom. That's not mine.
Mrs. Cutler, may I ask a question, please?
Yes, ma'am.
If you found a condom in Mr. Cutler's wallet, would you not have a problem with it?
I'd have a question or 10.
Exactly.
All right, so you have seen them in the bedroom together. You've found a condom wrapper. Why else do you think your man is sleeping with your best friend?
The nail in the coffin, Your Honor. So I'm a contortionist.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But you mind if I show you? See, I kind of have an idea what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I think I know what it does, but go ahead, let me look. Let me see.
So if it pleases the court,
Oh,
I'm sitting in my roommate's room talking to her, and we're discussing
Why would I
oh
cheat?
my Lord.
Why would I
discussing
cheat?
contortion
Hold
things.
on.
So as I'm sitting there talking to her,
Look
I'm
at
like,
her rolling her
girl,
foot
yeah,
around.
Ramisha be trying to break my leg sometimes.
Why would I
and she
cheat?
Oh,
proceeds.
hold on. Mr. Yates, I want to hear this, okay? All right, so start over again, please. I want to hear every bit of this.
So as I'm sitting in my roommate's room, we're sitting in the bed, we talk about everything, and now I'm thinking I maybe share too much, but as I'm telling her, like, girl, Ramisha be trying to break my leg sometimes. I don't think they been that way. She proceeds to say, girl, I know exactly what you mean. Came to a complete halt and changed the name to her man's name. Now, Your Honor, I might not be the sharpest crayon in the box, but I know Bramisha and her man's name don't even sound remotely alike.
Okay, let's wait a minute.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I have a real crucial question I need to ask. Can you do that with both legs?
Yes, sir, I can. Would you like to see? Would you like to see?
This guy right here. Oh my God.
So why would I cheat? No reason to. She flexible.
That's what
Okay,
you
wait a minute, hold on.
So
And Mr. Cutler,
Yes?
really? Really? Is that what you're asking?
evidence. We need evidence. We're trying to gather facts here. That was a crucial fact.
You're blushing, Mr. Cutler.
That was a crucial fact. I have it down here in my notes. Both legs. That was something we needed to know.
Whatever, man.
Have you had sex with a roommate such that you try to break her leg during sex?
No, sir.
That you try to bend her in such a way?
No, sir.
Your Honor.
Because I know she can't do, like,
I look
not too
for- I
many.
say
I
she
never,
just-
she the
I
only girl
say-
I've been with that can do that.
All right, so we just had one testimony about slip of the tongue where the roommate almost said your name and then stopped. And now you just said, well, I know she can't, and you kind of caught yourself. So how do you know that the roommate can't do that?
Because they always doing splits and stuff in the room and stuff, and her roommate not flexible like her.
All right. You know what, Mr. Cutler? We are at that point.
I'm ready to prove mine.
There's the contortionist side, there's the boyfriend side, and there's the roommate best friend side. She is here. Ron, would you escort her into the courtroom?
Yes, ma'am. Straight up to the witness.
Would you state your name, please, for the record?
My name is Angel Berry. I'm Bramisha Morgan's roommate, and I'm Morgan's best friend.
Supposedly.
All right. What is your response to when she came in and saw Mr. Yates in the bedroom with his shirt off in your room on your bed?
First of all, I was upstairs alone, Your Honor. He came upstairs and he's like, hey, I'm thinking about proposing to Morgan. I'm like, okay, cool. So he's showing me rings and stuff like that. And like in the mix of this, here comes Morgan up the stairs, like automatically assuming. At the time, we were not doing anything at all, Your
Your
Honor.
head was on his lap.
My head was nowhere near his lap, Morgan.
Bro,
Are
really?
you serious?
I know exactly what I saw.
You're over-exaggerating.
Okay, hold on. All right.
All right, she said, she talked about this mystery condom, that you had a pack of a particular brand, one was missing. Was the condom that Mr. Yates had from your box?
Yes, I use condoms. They don't use condoms. I had already told her, look, this is my stuff. If you don't want to find stuff that's in my room, Morgan, don't go in my room no more.
First of all,
this is ridiculous.
I need to get things out of your room.
It was my
It doesn't even
basket.
matter. It's too much of a coincidence. You had a 3-pack with only 2 left in there. My man popped up with one in his wallet. Then the next day it's gone, but it's an empty one in the basket.
You
Hold on.
borrowed
Hold
my
on.
basket.
So Ms. Barry, did you use that condom with Mr. Yates?
No, absolutely not. I do not want that man, and I keep telling her this. I don't want him. He might be cheating on you, but he ain't cheating on him with me, period.
All right, Mr. Cutler.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Barry.
Thank you.
So here's what we have, Mr. Cutler. Miss Gipson is sure that her best friend is sleeping with her boyfriend. And she said, if that is the case, she is done.
This court has done a full and complete investigation to get to the bottom of this. At this time, the court will call former military interrogator Lena Cisco and certified polygraph examiner Michael Williams to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort them out. You conducted an interrogation and a polygraph examination on Mr. Yates, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Cisco, what did you determine about the condom wrapper that Ms. Gipson found in the laundry basket?
He told me, I don't know where that condom came from. So as he was telling me this, he had really good eye contact. And Mr. Yates tends to do something else when he feels very confident in his answers. He stomps his feet. And so as he was talking about this accusation, he was stomping his feet. And so what I gathered was he was feeling very confident because he was being truthful. And I saw no signs of deception either.
All right. Mr. Williams, you asked Mr. Yates, have you had sexual intercourse with Miss Barry? What was his response?
Your Honor, he said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful.
Ms. Gipson, how are you feeling?
I'm honestly embarrassed, but it was just too much to ignore.
Okay.
I'm relieved that he's not cheating. Like, y'all understand? We're supposed to get married.
And Mr. Yates?
Like, hurt that she'll even think that I do that. Like, scoop that low to even sleep with a friend. She mean the world to me. Like, she's been there when I ain't had nobody. They both have. That's why I look at Angel like a sister. That's why I call them my girls. That's why I try to watch over them and protect them and make sure they're good.
Okay. We do have one more question. Ms. Cisco, what did you learn regarding whether Mr. Yates has been involved with anyone else sexually during the time that he has been in a relationship with Ms. Gipson?
When we first started out the interview and I was asking him about this, he kept pushing away from me. He was all the way across the room against the wall. And so I asked him, why do you keep distancing yourself from me? Because sometimes when people are lying, they do that because they don't want to get too close to me. They want me to see the lie. And so he told me that he was just nervous. And I believe that he was just nervous from being nervous in the situation, not from being nervous because he was lying. So I saw no indicators of deception. I do not believe he is cheating on Ms. Gipson, and I believe he's been faithful in their relationship.
Mr. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor.
You asked Mr. Yates, since the start of your relationship with Ms. Gipson, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than Ms. Gipson? What was his response to that question?
Your Honor, he said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
On this question, the lie detector determined he was being truthful.
Ms. Gipson, you came here to get some answers. What's going through your mind right now? What's in your heart? What are you feeling?
I'm sorry, Angel.
I love
I should have known that you would never do that to me, and I'm sorry.
I would never.
And I hope that both of y'all can forgive me. And we can move forward.
Okay.
We can start planning the wedding that we've been wanting to do.
You know, he clearly loves you. You got a good guy. And that's a blessing to you, okay? Don't run it away, honey, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Yates, thank you for being patient with her.
That's my backbone.
All right.